What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D. Hey, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my page. I see us hitting 20,000 subscribers at the end of this week, so thank you guys in advance. Okay, so JD Vance and Donald Trump have been doing the best they can to run away from their own policies because they can't defend them. They've been going around now for months saying that they're going to defund Planned Parenthood, but anytime they're asked for specifics about how they're going to replace all of the services that Planned Parenthood provides, they have no answer. They have no answer because they haven't thought that deeply. So, what they are doing now, what their campaign is about now, is either deflecting from their policies or lying about their policies. So, JD Vance was recently asked that question. Hey, Planned Parenthood does a lot of things. They screen for cancer, they do testing and treatments, birth control, vaccinations. How are you guys going to replace all of those services if you defund Planned Parenthood? His answer? Pathetic.
And quickly on Planned Parenthood, you guys have talked about defunding them, taking away government funding. They say that no U.S. taxpayer funding can fund to abortion, can flow to abortion at any stage. But they say they do hundreds of thousands of cancer screenings, birth control, which they say actually prevents another 500,000 abortions a year, and all kinds of other testing and medication, contraception. Where would those patients go if Planned Parenthood lost the funding?
Well, Shannon, what we've said is that we don't want taxpayer funding for abortions. And that, of course, has been the bipartisan approach over 40 years in this country until, frankly, Kamala Harris came along. I know that Planned Parenthood does a lot of things that a lot of young women, a lot of young families need. We're talking about we don't believe in taxpayer funding for abortions. That's been the policy, not just of the Republican Party, by the way, but even a lot of Democrats who are pro-choice, who want wide access to abortion will say, we don't think taxpayers should be funding this stuff. And that, again, that bipartisan consensus is something President Trump very much supports.
Okay, so maybe not a full defunding of Planned Parenthood per se, but anything that you would be able to potentially track, which they say doesn't happen, but to abortion.
Okay, so as she kind of stated, but I want to make perfectly clear, federal funds cannot be used for abortions. That is already on the books. So for JD Vance to give that answer, he is deflecting and lying. He is doing that because giving an answer would expose him. He has no idea. They don't care about replacing those services. These services benefit poor and marginalized communities, and those are the people JD Vance and Donald Trump don't care about. They know that if they defund Planned Parenthood and Planned Parenthood goes away, poor and marginalized people won't be able to have cancer screenings. They won't have STI testing and treatment. They won't have prenatal care. They won't have vaccinations. And they don't care because, again, they don't care about poor and marginalized communities. So it's easy for them to cut these social services because they don't care about the people who benefit from these social services. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.